Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And make sure you hit the link in the description box so you can subscribe to, like, and share my new YouTube channel, Green's House. Just uploaded a video there the other day. Make sure you go check it out. I upload the new interviews every single Monday, and on that channel, on Green's House, I sit down with amazing people who have an interesting story to tell, a wide array of folks with some harrowing experiences, and I sit down and talk with them for a little while. A lot of fun. So make sure you check it out. Like, subscribe, share. So some things, I can do a video about, and I'll put a link, in the description box so you can check it out. But sometimes I need to see that video with you. Sometimes we need to watch this together. And that's what we're going to do. Because today we have one of our favorites, Chocolate Patty. She is Corinne Wyclef Jean. She is the White House press secretary, and she is the worst. She is the worst White House press secretary I've ever seen. And I call her Chocolate Patty because remember the one before her, Jen Psaki, whatever her name was, Psaki. She was Peppermint Patty. Well, this one's Chocolate Patty because she's a woman of color. And not only is she a woman of color, but she's part of the alphabet soup group. You can't touch her. She's bulletproof. Pew, pew. She has 2 layers of victimhood. She's a woman of color and she likes puss. Don't even make eye contact with her. You can't. Avert your gaze. But she made the mistake of getting in front of a live camera and a hot microphone, and they asked her about the 3 servicemen and women who were killed in Jordan. I did a video about that a couple days ago. Make sure you check it out. But we unfortunately lost 3 more servicemen and women. They all were Army National Guard from the same unit in Georgia. They were in their sleeping quarters. They were hit with a drone attack by Iran, and they died. So she's asked about it, and her answer, to say that it's fucked up, is an understatement. But first, we're going to watch it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to give my commentary until the second time. We're going to watch it all the way through, and then I'm going to eviscerate her because this is terrible. This is coming from the White House press secretary. Shout out to my man Oliver Mack at Right Winged Angel on Instagram. This is the White House press secretary. You know what that means? That means she can get a hold of information that the average reporter or press secretary cannot. And I think a regular old journalist, reporter who doesn't work for the White House, who isn't the mouthpiece for the leader of the free world, I think even they could have found out this information. What information am I talking about? Their names, the branch that they were in. I don't know if she didn't have time or she didn't give a shit, but this is what she said about the 3 servicemen and women that we lost in Jordan just days ago. Chocolate Patty, please. Wait a minute, my bad. I need to share the screen with you. I was so wrapped up in what she was saying, but it would help you if I share the screen. So here we go. White House press secretary, Chocolate Patty, Corinne Wyclef Jean. What do you say?
Heartfelt condolences go out to the families who lost three brave three folks who are military folks, who are brave, who are always fighting, who are fighting on behalf and of this administration, of the American people. Obviously, more importantly, we lost those souls. What I will
Hey, Chocolate Patty, I have two questions. Were they in the military and were they folks? What was that? Three brave folks. They were military folks, and they were always fighting for this administration and the people of America. And they were folks who were brave and in the military. And when they were in the military, they were folks that were brave, and they were brave folks. And sometimes they were just folks, and sometimes they were brave. But when they were together, they were military brave folks who were folks that were brave in the military and were brave folks. That was nonsense. She sounded like Kamala Harris. Did her and Kamala Harris's brain waves get crossed? Were they standing too close to each other? You know, if you take your cell phone and put it next to a radio, you get feedback because something's crossing. Some wires are getting crossed. Some waves, some kind of sound waves, brain waves. Was she standing too close to Kamala the Ugandan nightmare? Because she sounded just like her. She's the human version of a dog you would see on the America's Funniest Home Videos that was just chasing its tail. America, this is you. Remember Bob Saget? And the dog would just chase its tail, and it was hilarious. All the little kids would laugh. That's what she just did with her mouth. They were, brave folks that were in the military, and they were folks who were brave. Of course. What more do you need to know? Who cares about their name? How about this, Chocolate Patty? How about you at least call them soldiers? Can you at least call them that? Nah, they were military folks. You know what I do? I should go call my brother because he was in the Army, and I'm going to ask him, hey, was there an MOS called folks? Anybody who was in the Army or was in the Army, was there an MOS, a job in the Army called folks where you could just be a military folk? What does that mean? Three brave folks who were they were always fighting. All constantly. These three military folks, they would always fight somebody for something. But they were always fighting for this administration. They're not fighting for their country. She said they're fighting for this administration and the American people. No, they're fighting for this country first. They don't fight for the administration. They fight for us, or they're supposed to. Listen to this shit. This unprepared freestyle bullshit.
Say our deepest condolences go out, and our heartfelt condolences go out to the families who lost three brave folks who are military folks, who are brave, who are.
There were three folks who were military folks, and they were brave, so brave. Oh, were they as brave as a Ku Klux trans member coming out in America? No, they weren't that brave. Were they as brave as Caitlyn Jenner, who's a fucking millionaire in Calabasas? No, they weren't that brave, but boy, they were brave.
Always fighting, who are fighting on behalf and of this administration, of the American people. Obviously, more importantly, we lost those souls.
It would have been better if they asked her, "Hey, Corinne, Chocolate Patty, what do you think about the three servicemen and women who were lost in Jordan the other day?" It would have been better if she goes, "I don't give a shit," because that's what she said. She said it in way more words than that. She went around the whole city to go across the street. She basically said that in way more words. It would have been much better. It would have been much quicker. And we maybe we would have had a few drops, a few granules of respect for her if she just said, "Man, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about him. I don't know anything about him. I don't care about him. Next question. That would have been a better answer than this nonsense, this gibberish that came out of that hole under her nose. I wonder if it still smells like vagina if she goes like that. You women are missing out. You guys can't grow a mustache. That's a flavor saver. Fellas, am I right? But that was disgusting. You are the White House press secretary. You are supposed to have their names and the branch of the military that they serve, their name, their age, and their unit, and the branch of the military they served in. You couldn't memorize that? You couldn't get that on a fucking cue card? Somebody didn't hand you a piece of paper that had their names? You couldn't look at it a few times before you memorized it to give them that respect? No, they were just, man, they're folks. They're brave military folks. What else do you need to know? You couldn't even call them Army soldiers. You couldn't even call them soldiers. You call them Army folks. What's an Army folk? You Haitian dummy. What the hell is an Army folk? Somebody in these comments who served in the United States Army, you better tell me what a military folk is. I want to know because I don't know. I need to know. That is utter disrespect for their sacrifice. You couldn't even memorize their fucking names. You couldn't even read it off a card. Even if it was hot off the damn press. You're one of the first people to talk about it. You could have at least had somebody jot down their names, their age, and the branch they were in. But you couldn't do that. These are our heartfelt condolences. Yeah. Like you mean that shit. The brave, three brave, next time chocolate patty, just say, man, I don't give a shit. I don't care about them. At least we can say, yeah, she was honest. Because whatever that was way worse. But like I said, I'll meet you in the comments. Somebody better tell me what the hell a military folk is. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass in that description section. Like and subscribe to my new channel, Green's House. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.